Well, I went to the White House and met Nancy Reagan, the First Lady, and I learned all about their program to keep kids off drugs.
Just say no.
How
You got
effective
that
was
right.
it?
Plus, I went to the Supreme Court and
Wait, that's weird. That's weird that you just one of the obvious failures of the Reagan administration when drug use actually went up. Like, just say no. Just kind of blew over that. Oh, look at all these other successes. That's whoop. You don't want to spend any unnecessary time on the drug war, right? Wait, it's never too late to fight for freedom. You smoked a joint, get on the ground, right? I'm so curious. Oh my God. Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. She's a demon. She's a demon. Look at her eyes. I don't trust her. You can't see it. Look at her eyes. Look at those. Look at those eyes. I don't trust her. She's got nothing going on up there. That looks like the eyes of a woman who was deeply, deeply involved in the Iran-Contra scandal. Stop him, he's rioting! He's part of Antifa. Someone stop him, he's destroying these local businesses.
Leo,
Hey, Layla.
why are you pulling down our neighbor's fence?
Today this
Because I don't believe in borders. I'm a free trade capitalist.
is not a fence.
Oh yeah? Then what is it?
It's the Berlin Wall, and I'm Ronald Reagan, our 40th president.
And I guess that means you're here to tear down the Berlin Wall?
Can I do next time? I throw a rock. If I'm out there rioting or something, like, not that I do that, but if I was, and I threw a rock through like a window of some local business, can I just pop up when the cops are? I was like, no. I was recreating the Boston Tea Party. Come on, let me go.
You got it. I'm gonna set the East Berliners free.
Leo, I'm pretty sure that our neighbors aren't from East Berlin.
Well, they are today.
Whatever you say, Leo.
Did you know that Ronald Reagan was one of our most popular presidents?
Of course I knew that.
And did you know he was California's governor before he was president?
Well, duh. Did you know that he started out as an actor? He starred in over 50 movies.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was
Did you know he was deeply involved in a drug and gun trafficking scandal called the Iran-Contra scandal? Did you know that he helped supply brutal militias with executed children in South America? Did you know that he didn't respond to the AIDS crisis as he ripped through LGBTQ plus communities? Had to say that one. Pride Month, for God's sake.
wasn't just an actor either. He was in the military during World War II.
You know what? He was actually great at a lot of stuff. He played college football.
He was also on the swim team.
He ran track, too.
Plus, he was
That's him. That's him gazing upon gays dying in piles as he does literally nothing. He was really good at ignoring crises.
student body president.
And he was totally handsome.
Ew, gross.
What the heck, Leo?
Boy, I sure wish
No homosexual thoughts in his mind.
I could have met
They just want to make it very clear. They wanted to make it very clear at PragerU. No gays in our youth. He just wanted to make it very clear.
Ronald Reagan
Well, why can't you?
because he passed away in 2004 when he was 93 years old.
What? Whoa. What? Who knows that information? What 7 to 8 year old would have that information stored away? The rest of that, at least, like, if maybe this kid just has a fascination with the guy, but that's a very oddly specific. It's like he was there. Like, I can't visit him because he died in 2004 at the age of 93. I know because I pulled the trick. Like, it sounds like he must have been there, you know?
I wasn't even born yet, and now I'll never get to meet him.
Yeah, I'm sure you weren't born yet. Yeah, buddy. You were deeply involved.
Geez, Leo, don't be so dramatic. We can just use my new time travel app to go meet him.
Really? Awesome.
You just tap here and away we go. But let me get the settings right before you do that.
Ronald Reagan, here I come.
Oh
Wow, is this what West Berlin looks like? Layla, look at that wall. It's huge. Hey, wait. Where's Layla?
What the heck? Where am I? Oh, great.
I love how they, by the way, I love how they made both of their hair colors, like dyed bright colors, like red and blue, because that's how they view kids now. Just like the stereotypical, like, the youth are there with the multicolor hair and they're on the phone apps. We gotta make the time machine a phone app. Like, they're really connecting to the youth with this video.
Thanks, Leo. I better go find him.
I can't believe I actually went back in time. Maybe I'll really get to meet Ronald Reagan.
Did someone say my name?
Wow, you're really President Reagan. Nice to meet you. I'm Leo, and I came here from the future. What are you doing?
Okay, so number one, Secret Service should have tackled this kid immediately upon arrival if the president was that close to him. I personally, if I was Reagan, I would think this kid was a Stasi operative. Personally, it's him. It's Ronald Reagan. He's just stumbled right here outside the Berlin Wall. Ronald Reagan, on one of his many walks up and down the Berlin Wall on his Berlin Wall inspection routine.
Doing here?
Nice to meet you, Leo. I'm here in Berlin to stop the communists and end the Cold War.
Oh, man. All this talk about communists is making me hungry.
What? Wow. I'm sorry. The people who made this must have been having a blast, honestly. They're just dipping those zingers in there. Got another one on the commies.
Well, Leo, communism makes everyone hungry. People living under communism are often poor and don't have enough money for food. That's why we have to stop it.
And that's why we don't have that. Nobody in America at all was hungry or poor and didn't have money for food. That was a thing that is only a symptom of communism.
I guess you're right, but can we have a snack first? I brought jelly beans.
Leo, thank you. That's my favorite snack.
It's too bad Layla isn't here to have some too. Hey, Mr. Reagan, can I ask you some questions?
Of course you can, Leo.
Of course. I mean, I was just saying that I'm fighting the most important geopolitical struggle of the century against one of the most powerful geopolitical foes America's ever faced in the Soviet Union. But sure, I'll answer this dumb 13-year-old's questions right now when he could just go back to the future and Google everything you're about to ask me. Sure, yeah, let's talk about it.
Why did they build the Berlin Wall in Germany?
That's a good question. We're in West...
Okay, I'm sorry. I know, again, it's just children's programming, I know, but I'm trying to have fun with this, okay? If you were in front of Ronald Reagan, why would you ever ask him like questions like that you could just Google, right? Why not ask him like questions that like you could never ask anyone else because he's Ronald Reagan? Like, what was it truly like speaking to the Soviet Union on the direct line, or I don't know, like, how does it feel to have been so deeply involved in the Iran-Contra scandal, you know? Or like, did you get much joy watching gays die through binoculars? Like, how much joy did he get out of it, you know?
Berlin, which is the free side of Germany. On the other side of the wall is East Berlin, which is occupied by the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union, which is communist, built this wall during the Cold War to keep people locked in East Berlin and stop them from going to freedom in West Berlin.
We sure are lucky to be on this side.
You're right about that, Leo.
Why is it called the Cold War anyway? It doesn't seem that cold.
It's not because of cold weather. It's called the Cold War because we were able to end the war without using any weapons.
What? You're right. From 1945 to 1989, not a single gun was fired. We didn't use a single gun, bomb, nothing. It was paradise, baby. God, I miss the Cold War. The Soviets and up, we were so cool. I mean, like, if you forget Korea, Vietnam, any of the guns we shipped to dictatorships in South America, or bombings of Cambodia, Pol Pot. Maybe it's a little bit more complicated than that. Okay, so I understand you need to explain the concept of the Cold War, right? And the idea of the Cold War was that we never directly engaged in war with the Soviet Union. You could have been like, this is such a simplification. It's making children less intelligent than when they didn't know this information beforehand. This kid is now stupider for having heard what Ronald Reagan had to say, which actually should have been something that was said more often in the 80s, but just generally for everyone. You could have just simply said, it was called the Cold War because we never directly fought the Soviet Union, and we fought them in a lot of other ways. There you go.
A war with no shooting or bombs? How did you do that?
Well,
A war with no shootings and bombs, none whatsoever.
everyone was afraid that the United States and the Soviet Union were going to shoot nuclear bombs at each other, but thankfully, that never happened.
A nuclear bomb would have been terrible. That's the biggest kind of bomb there is.
You're absolutely right, Leo. That's why we signed the INF.
Oh, I see. Wait, what's the INF?
Oh, wow. This sounds like an amazing accomplishment. One second, let me just Oh. Damn. Ooh, this Oops.
The INF stands for Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty.
Oh, wait. You're gonna drop word salad like that on kids and expect them to understand that, but you just explain the Cold War as no gun fiery, no gun went pew pew?
Both our countries agreed to sign the treaty so we didn't have to use our bombs.
Is that all it took to end the Cold War?
Well, no, Leo. We also used our economy to win.
Economy.
That's it? Wait, our economy? That's what we did? We just used pieces of paper and big money, big dollar. We just used pieces of paper and big dollar. There was no CIA operations in South America. There was no war in Korea. There was no war in Vietnam. There's no war in Ba Sing Se. You can't just like talk. How are you going to simplify the Cold War like that? You can be like, well, we fought the communists in a lot of places like Korea and Vietnam. You could just say something quick like that. You don't even need to like go, you just boom, just drop it there. Like right now, in my mind, if I was a kid and I was listening to this, I'd be like, wow, the Cold War sounds great. We got along with everybody and we were all getting rich and no war was going on, no big booms. So like, why don't we go back to that? Yeah, Operation Condor, never heard of it.
Isn't that money stuff? That sounds really complicated.
It's really very simple, Leo. We used a program called Reaganomics to make our economy strong. We cut taxes so that the government took less of people's hard-earned money away from them, and that led to more people getting jobs.
Blech.
What about public sector employment, or the large investments in the military or nuclear research, or any other? Oh my God, I want to throw myself through a window. Well, what about all the problems that came with Reaganomics, that came with deregulations, like environmental pollution, or every time it blows me away.
I don't want a job. I hate work. My sister Layla has a job after school, but I like to play after school.
Well, Leo, when you grow up...
Again, the kids were too stupid to hear about Vietnam and Korea. Kids are not stupid enough to hear about the INF Treaty and Reaganomics. Why did they simplify what the Cold War is so much, but not explain, but then be able to jump into the INF Treaty and Reaganomics?
Getting a job and working hard is part of being responsible. I'm sure your sister is working hard to find you right now. Thanks to everyone working hard, the United States economy was so big that the Soviet Union couldn't keep up.
You are amazing, Mr. Reagan.
That's... What about this... What about the huge investments in the military? What about... Afghanistan, the Mujahideen? Anything else? Like, the economy go big and we win? I understand it's a kids program, but you can't drop the INF treaty out there and drop Reaganomics out there and then not explain any of the geopolitical struggles.
You saved everyone's lives and made them better at the same time.
Everyone's. Except those dirty homos, am I right, Mr. Reagan? Pound it!
Well, thank you, Leo, but the job isn't done yet. We still have one more thing to do. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Yeah! Freedom for everyone!
There you are, Leo. I've been looking for you everywhere. What have you been up to?
Hi, Layla. You just missed it. President Reagan and I tore down the real Berlin Wall.
Ugh, I can't believe I missed it. You need to be careful when you time travel. My phone battery is almost empty and we need to get back before it's too late.
Okay, Layla. Let me say goodbye to Ronald Reagan first, though. Bye, Mr. President. It was nice meeting you. Thanks for beating the communists.
Goodbye, Leo, and remember this. It's
I threw away the one chance we had at a nuclear-free world.
never too late to fight for freedom.
Here we go, Leo.
Yay, we're back! Layla, you should have been there when Ronald Reagan told them to tear down the Berlin Wall. It was super fun.
It's okay, Leo.
Now with his newborn knowledge, he can roleplay so much stuff besides just tear down the Berlin Wall. For example, he can go to like LA with binoculars and watch as he doesn't respond to the AIDS crisis, or maybe he can start drug smuggling. Who knows?
Leo, I got to do a lot of fun things in the past too.
Like,
God, her eyes are creeping me out.
What?
I really don't
Glad
like
you
Liv's
asked,
eyes.
Leo. Well, I went to the White House and met Nancy Reagan, the First Lady, and I learned all
I'm
about...
sorry, but her eyes... Look at her eyes. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but her eyes are just killing me. Those eyes. My God. Why? Where is she looking? Like, Nancy Reagan is very clearly looking at her, but where is she looking?
Well, I went to the White House and met Nancy Reagan, the First Lady, and I learned all about their program to keep kids off drugs.
just say no.
How
You got
effective
that
was
right.
it?
Plus, I went to the Supreme Court and
Wait, that's weird. That's weird that you just one of the obvious failures of the Reagan administration when drug use actually went up. Like, just say no. Just kind of blew over that. Oh, look at all these other successes. That's whoop. You don't want to spend any unnecessary time on the drug war, right? Wait, it's never too late to fight for freedom. You smoked a joint, get on the ground, right? God, man, her eyes just are really just god awful.
visited one of my role models, Justice Sandra Day O'Connor.
Who was that?
She was the first woman on the Supreme Court. She's proof that anyone can become what they want in America. And guess who appointed her?
I have no idea.
I'll give you a hint. He really likes jelly beans.
Ronald Reagan did that too? Man, I'm so glad I got to meet him. Hey, Layla, do you think that I could grow up to be like Reagan?
Of course you can. When Ronald Reagan was your age, his family didn't even have plumbing or running water. But you'll have to work hard if you want to be like him.
You bet I will.
Great. Now why don't you start by fixing that fence before Mom and Dad get home?
And then we'll take the guns away from the black people in California. Don't want any more Black Panthers using their Second Amendment right. Aren't I right, Leo? Amazing. Amazing.